The Hub Radio. I still have to be able to be true to myself.
When it comes to hair and natural hair and people, like whether you got the curliest hair or the kinkiest hair or your hair is
taking the initiative to serve the underserved, no matter what form or shape or fashion.
A princess always wears a crown over long hair flowing down, never over braids or afro puffs. Well, I was that little girl learning hatred for my curls, and I tried to burn them straight till a new reality broke through and settled over me.
Allow me to give you something to think about.
I just be doing whatever. I just be doing, hold up, wait. I just be doing whatever. I just be doing, shut up. I just be doing whatever. Whatever, wherever, whenever. Whatever, wherever, whenever. Whatever, hold up. I just be doing whatever. I'm smoking the wood. Went to the club with the homies. Left the club to the hood. Left the hood to a plane. Left a plane to a show. I just be doing whatever. But you wouldn't know. I made a sandwich with bacon. I got the munchies from bacon. Hoes think that I'm famous, so I tell them I'm famous. I went to the shop. I bought me a half. Shout out to Wilmington. They be having the gas. I just be doing whatever. I just be doing, hold up, wait. I just be doing whatever. I just be doing, shut up. I just be doing whatever. Whatever, wherever, whenever. Whatever, wherever, whenever. Whatever, hold up. I just be doing whatever. Fell asleep on the porch. The cop just passed. They always hot on the north. I ain't never been a dork, damn. You can't see me on the court, man. Getting high is my sport, yeah. Never will I pass the torch. Black Vans, what's a black Vans? What's a pussy in my brain, that's a CAT scan. They say they know me, you should ask them. Thrift store, baby, fuck fashion. I just be wearing whatever. You can tell by my tees. You can tell she a hoe. Just look at her knees. I just be doing whatever. I just be doing, hold up, wait. I just be doing whatever. I just be doing, shut up. I just be doing whatever. Whatever, wherever, whenever. Whatever, wherever, whenever. Whatever, hold up. I just be doing whatever. I just be doing, hold up, wait. I just be doing whatever. I just be doing, shut up. I just be doing whatever. Whatever, wherever, whenever. Whatever, wherever, whenever. Whatever, hold up.
Allow me to give you something to think about. Not everything that comes out of Compton is bad. I mean, we have Dr. Dre, The Game, Kendrick Lamar, Venus.
Good evening and happy Tuesday to all of my queens and kings out there. It is 7:30 and you are now tuned in to Queen's Table Talk on the Hub Radio. I am your host, Mo, and I am here with my co-host, my fellow queen, my dear friend, Miss Lovey Leah. Yes, and I know that we are missing one, Jasmine Renee. She will be here. She's not here with us right now, but she is en route. She had a basketball game tonight. So good luck to her, and get here safely. We'll see you soon. We hope that you all had a great Thanksgiving and that you and all of your loved ones ate good and that you had a chance to have fun with your family. over the holidays. So now I guess it's official that we can transition into Christmas. It's now appropriate to transition into Christmas now.
Those stores already were playing the Christmas music and stuff.
No, seriously. Like, I went into Hobby Lobby back in September, and literally they had Christmas stuff that was on the whole
September?
On me. Like, they really had, like, they had Christmas stuff, like, on the whole, like, side. They had a whole side of the store that was dedicated to Christmas in September. And I was like, come on now. Can I at least get through Labor Day?
Right.
Can I get through Halloween?
That's too early.
That's very early, where they try to push it up on
fall, technically, but no, that's too early.
Yeah, I'm that person. Like, I don't like listening to Christmas music too early.
Yeah,
like, the
'cause
day
you get
after
tired
Thanksgiving,
of
I was like,
it.
cool, let me
Yeah.
turn on my Christmas
You get
music.
tired of it.
For real. It gets old too
Yeah.
fast, you know. But other than that, how was your week?
It's been pretty busy. My Thanksgiving was amazing. There was like 50 people at
Your
my cousin's
Snapchat,
house.
it was like,
Yeah,
it was deep in your
yeah,
house.
there was a lot. We didn't do the holding hands because it was just too many people.
I was
We
about to
wanted
say,
eat.
you can't go
So
around.
it
It's
was-
gonna be cold by then.
Yeah, it was so cute. My cousin made a tree, and so you had to like write what you're thankful for on a leaf, and
Oh,
she
that's
decorated
cute.
the tree all cute, and then we like read a couple off. So it was nice.
Mm-hmm.
The food was good. The food was like gone in a matter of minutes
Oh,
because there
wow.
were so many people. But yeah, shout out to my dad for the fried turkey.
Okay.
Bomb.
Look
But,
at you.
yeah, it was good. I'm
Okay,
still
with the
eating
fried turkey.
leftovers, though.
You are?
Yeah.
You know what? I really couldn't eat too much for Thanksgiving. I don't eat meat. Your girl is a pescatarian, so I can only eat like fish. But my mom, she made like a separate dressing dish for me without any meat.
sweet.
Yeah, that was really nice of her.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Mom. That was really nice of her.
Her mom's really sweet.
Oh,
She's really sweet.
Thank you. Okay, she is sweet. She is.
What else you want to
She
say?
is. But no, yeah, she made like a separate pan of dressing for me, which was really nice of her. But I really didn't get a chance to indulge like I usually do. Like, I usually go back for seconds and thirds, but this time I really only had one plate. So I was good this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you have a lot of family over, or?
yeah, it had to be like about 20 of us. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Like, we had our game night. We played that charades game, like when you put the thing over your on your forehead
okay, yeah.
and you have to guess the words.
Head
It
down.
got real lit. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it got a little out of control, but you know, it was fun.
Yeah.
I believe my team did win. I'm not just saying that. My team really did win. Like,
You're
we
not
really
just
did.
saying that for the show, for the
No,
people?
no, for real. Like, we really did
not
win.
Just for the people?
I got the Snapchats to prove it. Like, we
Okay,
really did win.
okay.
But it was fun. It was fun. But other than that, though, other than Thanksgiving, though, what you been up to?
Honestly, on my day off, I did get to scroll through Instagram a little bit because I don't usually get a chance to do that. So I saw Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are engaged.
I saw that.
Yes.
I did see that.
And everybody's just all hyped up. They're like, yes, a black woman, is in the palace. And the mom, like, she's a real black woman. She has dreads. Like,
I saw
was
that.
like,
I saw that
okay.
the other day. Can I tell you something though? Like, when I first saw it, I didn't know. I didn't realize she was a black woman. Like, I was
Well, no,
going through
honestly,
and I was
she doesn't
looking.
look like she's
Yeah,
black.
like, just at first sight though, because
Yeah.
the picture that I saw, she had
Yeah.
on sunglasses, and everybody was like talking about black girl magic. I was like, what are we talking about? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
And then I went and I was like, oh, okay, like she's mixed, and I was like, that's cool. Like, I'm here for this. I feel like 2017 is really the year for like black girl magic. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's just elevating.
And
But
then
I thought it
the
was cool.
memes are cracking me up. Like
Yeah.
the one of him going like this.
Yeah, they was like-
we knew,
I saw
like,
that.
That was
Yeah.
hilarious. But
I saw that. I saw
I'm
that.
happy. I mean, I think it just shows that we're progressing and that things are really changing.
We're like in every arena now. Like,
Yeah.
now we're about to be like real royalty.
Right. No, like really though.
Yeah, I'm
So,
here for it.
I just don't like the critics that are saying, well, the royal family don't really care because Harry's not going to be, king one day anyways.
They stay
I'm just
trying
like-
to downplay and discredit
They were like,
anything
they
that
don't
has
really-
to do with
they
black
don't
people.
really
I'm not here
care.
for this.
They're like, they don't really care because, he's not going to, like, be entitled to the throne anyway.
Everybody
so
else cares.
I was like, but she's going to be a duchess, so that's a step, okay?
Yeah.
So it doesn't
They're
really matter.
always trying to find some way to discredit.
Yeah.
Just to discredit,
The fact of the matter
the fact that
is
she's black.
She's black,
Whatever.
so.
Yeah, and I'm here for it. It's like I said, we like in every arena, so I'm here for this. I really am.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? I started.
What?
So this week I started doing meditation.
Really?
Yeah, your girl meditates now. So
that's really cool.
yeah, so my friend, shout out to you, Janae, if you're watching this. I hope she is. But she introduced me to this meditation mixtape. It's by Sheila Marie. It's available on Tidal and Apple Music. But she introduced me to it though, and she was like, "Well, you know, you should try this. You should
That's
you should
different.
start."
Meditation mixtape.
Right. Because
Okay.
usually when I think meditation, I think of just like you sitting like with your legs
Yeah.
crossed and like, you know, you just sitting in complete silence. But this is guided meditation. And I have to tell you, I've been doing it for about 3 days now and I love it. Like,
I gotta try that.
no, really, like you really should. I've been enjoying it, at least from the tracks that I've done so far. It's like a protective prayer. You go through like this 4-part breathing, and then also she was talking about your authentic voice. I went through one that was called it's called Work, and then there's another one called Acceptance too. At least they're on average, it has to be about 10 minutes long for each one. So I do about one a day, but it's really good. I really highly recommend that for anybody to do. And it's just a cool vibe. The fact that it's it's by a Black woman, so it has a different kind of vibe to it, especially with the sounds of it. It doesn't sound like that quiet noise. It's like it's real like music that's playing in the background, and it's different sounds that can go with your emotions. So it's really cool. And then towards the end of the meditation, in the guided meditation, she asks that we journal. So she's like, once you come out of the meditation, you should journal how you feel, how you felt in that moment.
Like that. I really
Yeah,
like
so
that.
I've been doing that, and I've been enjoying it too. I have anxiety, and I feel like I finally found something that can help me combat that.
Yeah.
And I finally found something to where I can really be at peace and be calm with myself and just kind of take it easy, because I'm usually on the move all day and I'm usually here, there, and everywhere. So it just feels good to kind of like sit down and relax. But the meditation mixtape, I highly recommend it for everybody. It's by Sheila Marie. And I didn't know this. She's dating Ace Hood. Remember Ace Hood? You don't?
No.
Okay, never mind. Okay. She's dating Ace Hood. But
I really like that though, because I do have like really bad anxiety too, and just from the stresses of life, like that's a nice way to kind of like either start your day or end your day, or, you know, whatever you prefer. But
right.
I really like that, and I like that it's not just quiet; it's a little noise going on. Because sometimes when it's too quiet, meditation, like in your head, you're still thinking about a lot of things.
Exactly.
So I really have to like. This is really.
No, I highly recommend it. You should really start it this week. I guess it's available on Tidal and Apple Music.
I really
So
like that.
yeah, you should listen to it. Like I said, I would just do one a day.
Yeah.
Because it is the tracks are kind of long.
Yeah.
At least like after you get past the protective prayer and the 4-part breathing, they become a little bit longer.
It's like a prayer, journaling, like you're actively doing something.
Yeah,
not
you
just
become
like
one with
listen.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, not just listening to somebody tell you what to do. Like you should breathe deeply. Da, 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 da. Like I like that she's like making you kind of like reflect and then pray, and I like that. Like
No, I like her.
Mental, you know.
Yeah, she's all about self what is it? Like about self progression. She's all about progressing yourself, and she's all about empowerment, and she's all about pretty much healing and finding a way for people to cope. So I like that about her. She seems like she's really cool, and like she has a nice voice too, so it kind of
really
calms
nice
you
hair,
down
too.
as you're
I
listening to her.
You know, I gotta comment on the hair. The hair is pretty. Wild.
Yeah, her hair is nice, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yes, I know that's your thing. And then also earlier this week, I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta. Do you watch that?
No, my mom watches that. So sometimes I catch it here and there, but honestly, I only really watch like Love and Hip Hop as far as reality. But
Okay, so
what's up with it?
I watched it the other day. I feel like I'm gonna stop watching it altogether
Why?
because I'm just not. I feel like it's it's gotten to a point where it's unbearable now. It's on its 10th season, but the last episode, Kim Zolciak, she came back for season 10, and she was going in upon Kenya about the fact that she's not married, and like she was saying a whole bunch of nasty things to her. And I don't even like Kenya, but the thing is that I was on her side this time because she really didn't do anything.
Is Kenya the one with the mom who doesn't really want
Yes.
want her? Okay.
Yes.
I saw that episode.
That's her.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, she got married now and all that fun stuff. But I just feel like it's not what it used to be, because I used to watch it back during season 1, like when it first came on, and I was really excited.
Yeah.
But now I'm just kind of over it. I'm just kind of over reality TV
I've been seeing
altogether.
her on Instagram a lot with her new husband.
Mhm.
So.
They be going in upon her. They be talking about her husband is fake. I don't know if it's fake. I mean, like,
I saw the episode where she broke down, like that clip where she broke down and was talking about how she doesn't want to get a divorce to the producers and all that. So I'm just like, honestly, sometimes I think, like, is this really reality or is it scripted? Like, is this scripted or what? Because
that's
like
the
drama and the things that they fight about is like stupid.
It is. It really is stupid. And I was actually over it last season with the whole fallout with Phaedra, Portia, and Candy. I felt like that was really low when they had accused Candy of raping Portia, and it was just too much.
That doesn't even make sense.
It was too much, and pretty much they got caught lying about it, and I guess they kicked Phaedra off the show. But I've just been over it ever since then, because I just feel like a reality TV, like, I just feel like we need to be looking at more constructive things rather than looking at people shade the other person. But I'm just over it altogether. I'm just over the drama. The only one that I was really hanging on to was Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I was hanging on to Black Ink Crew Chicago. I like that one, I really do. But I may just stop watching it altogether. But how you feel about just reality TV in general?
I mean, I do watch Love and Hip Hop. It's just because I like started it, and then it's like now I'm kind of sucked into it. But I like more so like the competition reality TV, like the cooking shows. I like America's Next Top Model. I like shows like that. But I don't really watch reality TV. Just Love and Hip Hop, really. That's it.
You watch Love and Hip Hop?
Yeah, I do.
Which one you watch?
All of them.
No.
I know. I don't know honestly why I watch it. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I just want to, like, you start on one season and you're like, okay, I want to see like now how it's going. But it kind of at one point got to be too much, you know. But certain like ones I like better than others. Like the New York one is not as good as like I think the LA one. And then I think just for like some of the characters, I was watching it at one point for Omarion because I used to be like a really big Omarion fan.
Who wasn't?
Always my song. That will always be my song.
You talking about like back for like B2K days, right?
Not B2K, but like when he went.
I was like, J Boog was my man.
When he first went solo, you know. But he got them smoker lips now, so I don't know about that. But
she said the smoker lips.
He does. He does have the smoker lips. I'm just saying.
I haven't noticed that.
But I mean, I just like to just kind of keep up with it every now and then. But that's honestly the only reality TV show I watch.
No, I don't do the whole, what is that? The whole Love and Hip Hop thing. I just can't. I just don't like the images that they show. Just
really
like
bad.
Black people in the community, especially how they portray Black women. I don't like the fact how they portray they've almost kind of normalized the fact that they kind of normalized infidelity. And all I remember was that
there's nobody even married on that show.
Right. Well, Rashida was married to Kirk, and you see how that turned out.
But sometimes it'll make you mad. It'll be like, why are you with Kirk? Like, Rashida, your bomb. Kirk is not even like, come on.
It really made me sad because I just feel like just the structure of the Black family. Like this shouldn't be normal for us to think that it's okay for a man to cheat upon you, or you get pregnant, you don't know who the father is. Like, these are little kids that you playing with, and it's like eventually they're gonna have to grow up eventually and see this stuff play out up on TV to know that they was passing me around, and to know I don't even know who his father is. Like, that's not cool. So. Yeah, so I'm not really here for the whole reality TV. I said, when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, as much as it hurts my heart, I just really feel like I need a break from it.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it's become way too much to where it's like the same shade that's being thrown to the same people for the same reasons. And I'm like, y'all way too old for this.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're up there.
Right.
They're like 40, 50 years old. To be doing this little petty stuff, come on now.
Exactly.
Not saying that you know, people that are that age are old. But I'm just saying that
Old
you're
enough to know better.
You're too old to be trying to fight somebody on a TV show. No.
Right. Yeah, like that picture that was up there with Kim, like she had got up and she was trying to like comfort Kenya. And like I said, I don't really like Kenya, but that was like the one time that I felt like she really didn't do anything in that situation. But like she came in on 10.
The crazy thing is they're coming out with more and more reality shows, like other, like The Wives, the basketball ballers, and all this kind of stuff. Like new shows. There's new shows coming out.
I'm not here for that. I feel like,
and I just feel like every time you turn around, there's a new like Love and Hip Hop coming up too. Like there's Love and Hip Hop Miami.
There's one Miami is coming up.
I'm actually kind of excited because I don't really know too many people in Miami, and I'm just like I'm obsessed with Miami and the culture and everything. So it's my dream to go there. But I just want to see like what the people are about out there, like the celebrities. Who are the celebrities out there?
Did they say that Trina was gonna be on that one? I feel like they said Trina's gonna be on that one.
Trick Daddy.
Too fast. We know.
I don't know these people, but
You
I'll probably watch it.
You don't know Trick Daddy?
No, I don't know.
Come on, Truby. Oh
Where
my
is
God.
he from? If you no, I'm saying like, is he a rapper? I don't know who these people are.
This is the. Oh God.
Huh?
Okay. Exactly.
Oh, I'm
That
not
is-
a really big Trina
How do
fan.
you? Oh my God. Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
a big Trina fan.
This week, we're going to put Love You Leah on to Trina and Trick Daddy. And next week, we're going to be singing Pull Over. That ass is too fat.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God. Okay.
This reminded me last time we was on here.
Here you go.
Can I tell the people?
Tell the people.
Can I tell them? Okay, so she had never seen Set It Off. And I was talking about how that was my favorite movie. She was like, I never seen it. And I was like, really? Me and Jasmine was like, what, you never seen it? She was like, no, like, I'm not that person. I don't really watch a lot of movies.
I don't.
So we was like, okay, you need to watch it. And you watched it, right?
I watched
That
it.
was her homework, and she watched it. How did you feel about it?
I was kind of upset at the end because it was just like everybody pretty much died. And I was just like, oh.
But that was the point, though.
No, I wasn't here for it.
It was good.
I liked that Jada Pinkett left on the bus. But it was just ironic how, like, the cop saw her and then, like, he didn't go after her. But I guess he felt bad that he killed her brother.
Exactly.
But I was like, would that really happen in real life? No.
Well,
but it's a movie, nonetheless.
it is. I'm so glad that you got your life and you finally
But it
saw
was a
Set
good,
It
like,
Off.
overall, it was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Yeah, we was talking about who was gonna be who.
But I like more of the romance, like, black movies. Like, you know, Love and Basketball, Brown Sugar.
I can see you. I can see you being a Brown Sugar kind of girl.
It's one of my favorite movies. It is. I love that movie. I like the more romance.
The romance.
Yeah.
I really can. I can see you doing
Something
that. Yeah.
new. That's my movie.
Something new. Yeah, I can definitely see you watching that.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm more of like the Set It Off kind of girl.
Yeah.
You know. So that's my favorite movie. But I'm happy that you got a chance to see it.
No,
though.
I enjoyed it. I did.
You did.
It had me like on the edge of my seat, like what's gonna happen.
We was making jokes that she was gonna be she said she's not though, but she's
I'm
the
not.
TT of the group.
I'm
And
not
then
the
if y'all
TT.
know anything about Jasmine, you know that Jasmine would be Cleo. And then me, I said I would be Frankie. So everybody always trying to be Stony, but you can't.
And then the Frankie part I was cracking up.
Which part?
The Frankie part that everybody references.
Yeah. That's what I said to you. I said that. I was like, let me know when you find that part.
It was
Like,
funny.
you said we weren't gonna hurt anybody,
Yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
It's so funny, but yeah, I'm so happy that, like I said, that you got a chance to see it. But I guess that wraps it up for Table Talk. Yes, y'all. We will be back for some current events after this break. Please stay tuned. Give us 5 minutes.
If lyrics on records could produce the kinds of negative results that certain people claim they produce, then take this example. Most of the records which are broadcast on the radio are songs about love. 99% is about love. And all we hear on the radio is love. So if the lyrics were impressing our society, what will we have here? Disneyland, but we don't.
I can't save them all. I wish I could, though. Or at least save my dogs. Guess it's too much to ask. I guess it's too much to ask. Too much. Too much of a gangster for a profit, too conscious for a shooter. It's too hard to trust niggas in the world full of Judas. Fuck the presidents, be broken records, vinyl noodles. Top rhyming with my rhyming in my prime, never composite. Bitch, from my deposit, only worry about my profit. Super fly, don't need a stylist, future brightest, rather blind them bitch. So get behind me, just get behind me. Get behind me, drinking him by the fifth. It keep me slurring in my vision, getting blurry, but the pain just keep resurging. Call my mama, bitch, it's urgent. No one can save me, I'm Obama's bastard baby. Feeling like I'm left and hated, cause I'm drowning, call the Navy. Nobody cares, unless the stock is losing shares. Crackers never see us sell, my homies get electric chairs. For making ends meet, they leave us dead in the street. Corners bleed with flesh and meat, and granny praying next ain't me. Never be a sucker is what Pops taught me, but even suckers got it sweeter than the black coffee. It's a must to keep a lean and lengthy man on it. No mama don't like it, but she know her son gon' make sure we. Now let me take it back a little, to the days when I couldn't buy a Happy Meal. Ain't got McDonald's money backseat with my stomach rumbling. Now in my backseat it's a Draco with a dirty drummer and we. Alright, my kicks match the break super clean, they all white. Bitches asking for my number, acting like it's Wi-Fi. I ain't tripping, they stacking digits to the high rise. I want you to realize that realize, you ain't slick, no, you do not master these skies. Don't play games with these guys, they be on the corner suited tough, but nah, they ain't serving up no bean pies. Corners where they dreams lie, right under that street sign. On my knees, shake them 10 to 4 before he crap out. Shorty's got they backs out, Tory Burch and them sundresses. It's the summertime, so them niggas pressing, they ready to act out. I'ma bring it back now. Fuck them hoes who said I wasn't shit, look where they at now. I ain't never back down, I'ma stay solid to the grave. You can't blame me cause that's how us niggas made. Bought that shit to rap now, niggas think they trap now. Boy, you gotta owe you begging that shit down the grand. Come and get your mans down, you need guidance hands down. If you gon' do it right or put the game down, understand. Now listen to me motherfucker, I'm talking to you just to show you ass how much I love you. Don't think you gotta strip or get naked up under covers, make yourself feel special. Hear that man say he love you, girl, I tell you now I love you. You ain't gotta feel a struggle, I eat the bullet for you. You can go on and keep your muzzle, go on and keep the belt too. Make sure the pussy lane proof, cause when the real one get it, baby girl, you know you can't lose. And that's one day you gon' realize real power lies in your mind when you a better you. That's the ultimate demise. Just listen to me, take notes, my message is true. I hope you make it prosper and increase your revenue. Level up on them, do the shit that bosses do. And to think I'm giving game, I ain't even 22. Cuban links on my chain, but I wanna tie you. This between me and you. Hey, hey. Just take a trip with me, baby. Come on. I'm gone.
Coco's Lip Smacking Cupcakes offers custom cakes and cupcakes for every occasion. We proudly bake everything from scratch. With every moist and mouth-watering bite, you will be smacking your lips by the time you are finished. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Lip Smacking Cupcakes.
Hey, welcome back.
We're back.
Yes, we are back. If you don't know, you are tuned into Queen's Table Talk on the Hub Radio. I am your host, Mo, and I'm here with my girl, lovely Leah. Yes, we're missing Miss Jasmine Renee right now, but like I said, she had a basketball game earlier, so she is en route. So we're going to hold it down into our next topic. We're going to talk about current events with Tell Me Why.
So, girl, tell me why.
Tell me, girl.
Tell me, girl. So did you hear about that story about Cyntoia Brown?
Cyntoia Brown, yes, I did. That is the one that Rihanna posted her, and then Kim Kardashian posted her, all the celebrities. I believe it was T.I. and LeBron James. She is the one that got convicted of killing the man who bought her.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah, who
Okay.
sex trafficked her.
Right.
Pimped her out. There's the thing that I don't like is that this happened a while ago, like 2004, 2005, and that it's now resurfacing, I guess. But it was kind of like, I don't remember. Do you remember the story back during that time?
Yeah, okay,
I
so
don't
from
really
from what I
remember it.
caught up with, so the story of Cyntoia Brown, she was a victim of sex trafficking, and she was sold, and the man, I believe he was 43 at the time. She was 16, and she shot and killed him, and they convicted her. They charged her as an adult, and they charged her with life in prison, possibility of parole when she's like 69. So I think it's like 51 years from when she got convicted. So now it's resurfacing. I think it's resurfacing now, not only because Rihanna posted it, but also because from my understanding, she has an appeals hearing next year, 2018, and it's starting to gain more attention. But it's just sad when you think about it, because she was 16 at the time, and to think that she's gonna have to spend the rest of her life in jail. And from my understanding, she didn't even have a fair chance at a real childhood, because she was I believe that she was given up for adoption, and also her mom. She was
abused throughout her whole
she was
life.
abused throughout her whole life, and she never really had a childhood. And for her to, be sexually abused and assaulted, and then for her to get convicted, it's just really, really sad when you think about it. And I feel like for them not to have any type of compassion upon her. Some people say that she's not the victim, but I beg to differ. Just looking at the story, I mean, like, how do you justify a 43-year-old man having relations with a 16-year-old? But it's just sad when you, like I said before, when you think about it, because she's not going to have the opportunity to have kids or to have a family or to have a normal life. Like, when you're 16, like, you're just starting to experience life, and you're starting to come into your own at 16. So she's not going to have the opportunity to do any of that. I mean, I hope she does, but eventually.
And I mean, like, throughout this whole thing, with, like, her having a rough life, I know that she has not only, physically been abused, but she's been mentally abused, because something like that I know takes a toll on your mind. So, like, we can't even fathom what she's been through just through this whole trial process. And sex trafficking and sex slavery is just a really big issue that I don't think gets enough light. And I've seen different articles with ABC News, Fox News, and they're all saying different things about, like, what's the real story. And I'm, like, trying to sift through, which I don't really, that's one thing about the news, that you just have to, like, sift through of, like, what's real and what's, like, somebody just made. But I'm just saying,
she was
like,
a child.
I'm saying, like, to get, like, if somebody wanted to research it, of, like, everything of her case.
I'm just talking about the case in general.
Yeah, the media just puts out all this, like, BS and all this stuff.
All the fluff.
Sift through to get the real story of basically this woman was victimized,
Yeah, and I just, like, from the sound of the story, just back from 2004, it seemed like the jury just had no type of sympathy or compassion for the girl. Like, she was 16. Like, how you going talking about, okay, well, she's a murderer and all that, but I'm like, okay, well, she's getting sexually abused by somebody, and she felt like her only choice was to kill him. I don't condone killing anybody, but I think that it's grounds for self-defense if she really felt like her life was in danger. But I really hope that as they prepare for her case in 2018, that she really is able to get a fair chance, and that she's able to get a second chance.
Kim Kardashian said that she is going to use her lawyer. I really applaud Kim Kardashian. I know a lot of people don't like Kim Kardashian, but I applaud her for doing that, for actually moving and doing something about it, not just like posting or anything like that. But I'm glad that these celebrities are coming forth and helping somebody out in their time of need. I've been seeing a lot of publicity from celebrities, and then they're getting backlash from other people, like, oh, she's playing the victim. But I appreciate that the celebrities are doing that, you know? Like, I can give them their props for that.
Right. But I don't think it's a matter of her playing the victim. Like I said, she was a child. Right. So, and on top of it, like I said, she didn't have a fair chance.
The abuse did not start when she was 16.
Right.
Like, the abuse started way before that.
And imagine, like, if your whole life was filled with turmoil to where all you know is just disappointment. All you know is people hurting you. All you know is just destructive habits and behavior. Like, imagine that. Like, nobody gave her a chance to be rehabilitated. So I really hope that she gets the justice that is due. I really hope that like I said, when her case is heard, I really hope that they really take a look into her case, and we'll see that she is that she's not a threat to society, or at least like give her the tools that she needs to get back into society and to have a fair chance at life. Because from my understanding, she got her GED when she was in there. She has an associate's degree, and she's working on her bachelor's degree in there. So, applies to her.
Yeah.
And,
that she's still trying to, like...
Yeah, while she's incarcerated.
Because she could easily just say, forget everything, and I'm just going to be in this depressed state, and just... But at least she's striving, pushing through...
but that's a long time now. She's been in jail since 2004. That's a long time. So, so like I said, I hope that that she's served justice sooner. And I know that she's not the only person. There's probably a lot of juveniles that are in jail, still in jail for crimes, whether or not it be murder, but they're just still in jail. And I think that we should, not saying we should have like just compassion for everybody though, because some people it all varies though from crime to crime. But in this case, I think that she was a child. Yeah, she was a child. She wasn't given a fair chance at life.
For her life. Like, I mean, I don't think she just wanted to get vengeance. I'm sure it was something. I mean, I don't want to assume, but I mean, if you're in that situation, you don't know what you're gonna do.
Exactly.
You might do something to protect yourself.
Yeah, so we're gonna be following this story. We're gonna keep on following it and see what new details develop. But let's go into talking about my girl Malia Obama. So she was in the news. Did you see her? She was in the news last week. Okay, so everybody was going in upon her because, the conservatives were going in on her because they caught her at Harvard's, I believe it was tailgating, and she was kissing her boyfriend. And they caught a video of her blowing out O's, smoking, and like doing like those little O's, those little puff O's that you do.
She's in college.
She is. Let her live. Come on now.
I mean, personally, I don't smoke, but I mean, if she wants to smoke, let her do it. She's exploring. I'm pretty sure she's been like cooped up in the White House, just locked down. And now she has a little bit of freedom. Everybody does crazy things when they're young. And did you kiss your boyfriend when you had a boyfriend in college? I kissed my boyfriend when I had my boyfriend in college. So let the girl kiss her boyfriend. Like,
leave her alone. She's being a 19-year-old, and I'm pretty sure, especially with the conservatives going in, I can't tell you guys the crazy stuff that I saw. I need to stay offline because I be seeing some crazy, reckless comments. But come on now, so you gonna tell me when you was 19 you wasn't out there kissing your boyfriend or smoking, or you gonna tell me you wasn't doing any of that?
Right.
Yeah, leave this girl alone and let her live.
It's just because she's Obama's daughter. That's the only reason why.
Right.
Because if she was being too cooped up, they're gonna like, oh, she just feel like she can't live. She can't, she's just a goody two-shoe. But now that she's actually living her life, people wanna be talking about her.
Yeah, just leave her alone. Right. Come on now. She like I said, she's
first
young.
Time she smoked too.
It's not. I think wasn't there another video of her smoking a while ago? Yeah, let her live. Oh my goodness. Think back to when you was 19. You was out there doing whatever. I hope you was being responsible, but at the same time, but I mean, she's out here having fun. She's living life. Let her be her age, pretty much. She's in college. She's having fun. Leave her alone.
I wonder what Michelle and Barack
I would wonder that too.
I want them to release something.
For real. I would want to know.
Uncle Barack and Auntie Michelle are saying, because
she said Auntie Michelle.
That's what my family calls them. I just want to know, like, what they think. You know, like, what kind of black parents are they? You know, like, are they the type that you better take that down, or are they like, oh girl, I see you?
They seem like they like the cool parents. Okay. Like they'll be chill. I feel like they'll probably sit her down and talk to her.
Yeah, like in between, like, well, now that was wrong, but you have, you know, the choice of freedom of speech and freedom of whatever. So, I mean, but just let her do her thing. Like, she's young, she's beautiful, she has a boyfriend, so what? Like, she's in college.
Exactly. Let her live. That's all I got to say. Even Ivanka Trump came to her defense,
yeah, I saw that.
which I was actually surprised about. She's probably I'll be nice though, because she said something polite.
Yeah,
you know, she tried to come to her defense, so I'll be polite. But it's probably the only Trump that's talking with some sense. So she had made a statement defending her, talking about how she should be allowed the same privacy as her school age peers. She's a young adult and a private citizen, and she should be off limits, as she should be. And I'm pretty sure, you know, she will feel the same way, as she's the president's daughter. And then Chelsea Clinton came to her defense as well. And she has said the same thing, that she should be off limits and that she should have her privacy, which was cool to kind of see, like, the daughters rallying together to protect her, you know. So that was really nice to see. And let's not even, because like even I believe it was Bush's daughters, like, was out of control at one point. So I just feel like you can't really go in upon her like that. Please don't. Like I said, she's young, and on top of that, like, she's been under surveillance for the past 8 years of her life. Imagine, like, pretty much like you're going through your early childhood, like on the cusp of being a teenager.
Teen years, and you didn't get to do any of, like, the fun teenage stuff that your friends were doing because you were the president's daughter.
Exactly.
So, I mean, it's her time to shine. Let her.
It's her time to shine.
She want to make out with her boyfriend.
Let her have fun.
Intensely.
I want to know where her sister at. Sasha.
I always thought she was the wild one, just based off their faces and like how, like, their facial expressions. I thought she was a goody two shoes, and I thought Sasha would be like the wild.
You know, it might be the opposite.
It might be. The oldest ones, because they the ones that want to like test the water to see what the parents are gonna say. Because I'm the oldest of my family. So.
Really? I'm the youngest of my siblings, so. I think
it's hard being the first one.
I think I was the one that tested my parents the most.
Really?
Yeah. Like, my parents really didn't do anything.
With me, because I'm older now, so it's like they're still like trying to hold on tight, and it's like, I'm kind of old now.
That's funny.
My mom's probably watching this like, but you ain't that grown. But
I mean, technically you are.
I mean,
you know.
but I feel like that's a different discussion for a different day.
In your parents' eyes,
get a text
you'll never
message
be.
right now. I'm waiting for you, Mom. That's a shout out, by the way.
Yes.
Shout out to my mom. Love you.
Yes.
Love you.
Shout out to the Trubies. Yes. But yeah, no. Going back to Malia Obama. Yeah, like let her live. Yeah. Like I said, I'm happy that the girls came to her defense. Like I said, we all were young at one point, so you know, leave her alone, let her live. You know, and I actually saw this post earlier this week. Actually, I think you posted it, Kira. Shout out to Kira. She's in the studio with us, being a supportive friend.
Queen, hey.
Yes, about how little girls at 15, they don't even look like they're 15 no more.
Oh my
they
gosh.
Just like they're skipping the ugly phase of their life, and they just going straight to like
the awkward.
You need
like
the ugly phase.
Awkward phase where you have braces and you got like a bunch of acne and you're wearing glasses and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's like more like but right. Like
your eyebrows are uneven. Your foundation don't match.
Right.
Yeah, everybody's an Instagram model now at 15.
If I showed you guys some pictures of how I looked when I was 15.
Yeah, whose daughter?
Yes, with the braids.
Oh yeah, she looks cute. Like she looks really cute. But yeah, she looks old though. Yeah, no, she looks like she's 25.
But she has that natural beauty though. I feel like just naturally, but it's just a lot right now.
It is a lot because I feel like nobody really has like that whole.
Yeah, because my little sister, she's going to be 12 next week, and she's already like taking my
happy birthday,
trying to get her eyebrows done, and I'm just like, slow down.
Right,
like, you're only
slow
12.
down, y'all.
You're only 12, So
exactly, like it's okay to
know.
take your time.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to go through the phase of having uneven eyebrows and having acne and wearing glasses.
Right.
It's okay to go through that phase.
Yeah.
Yes, just be happy where
Be
you are.
you,
Yeah,
like-
try not to grow up too fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, so also let's go into transition into some Black Girl Magic. So it was a good week for Black Girl Magic this week. Earlier I had ran into a video of I believe her name is A. LaKay. Her real name is Altricia. But I saw her, she was it was a video of her at a brunch, and she was talking about celebrating your sisters, and she was
The
talking
one that
about
we posted, yep.
yeah, the one that we posted
you
on our
saw it
page. Yeah,
page, you
I
know what
thought
we're
that was
talking about.
so dope. Let's play a little bit of it though, because I thought it was really cool because it's everything that QTT stands for, and celebrating Black women. So let's take a look at it.
And how I model what support looks like. Brittany Garnett, the lady that was just up here before me, I've never met her in person, but I follow her on Instagram. When I saw that she had a billboard up in Times Square, I put it on my Insta story. A win for her is a win for me. You don't have to know someone to celebrate with them. Celebrate your sisters like you celebrate Keisha Taylor and Gucci Mane's wedding. Celebrate your sisters like you celebrate celebrate celebrities that you will never have an opportunity to see again. That is what support looks like. That is how you model support. If you're an author and you want to buy your book, good. Spit all this together. Let's make it team our best together. It is not about competition. It's about collaboration. It is not about envy. It is about and how I model what support looks like. Brittany Garnett, the lady that was just up here before me, I've never met her.
Yeah, I like though what she said about it's not about competition, it's about collaboration.
Collaboration,
And
yeah.
that's what we're all about.
Yeah,
on
that's
the
what we're
show.
all about here, and celebrating each other, celebrating our sisters. I think that was really cool to see that, because I feel like that's everything, like I said, that we stand for.
Yeah.
And also, she and her husband they were acknowledged by the Soul Train Awards. As like a cute celebrity couple. So that was cool. So shout out to her. Like I said, I loved her video. I love what she had to say. But she seemed like she's dope, and she has a swimwear line too. So yeah, that's her. Yeah, a couple goals.
Check that out.
Yeah, no, you really should. And then there was a Thanksgiving Day parade in
Oh, yeah, I
Charlotte.
saw
Did you
that.
see that?
I
It was
loved it.
laced with Black Girl Magic. I was here for it.
I love the theme and everything.
If you didn't see it, it was a video of Black girls walking in the parade, and they all had on what appeared to be like Barbie boxes, and they had names of prominent Black women up on there as they were marching. So I thought it was so cool to see. Like, you see Foxy Brown, Serena Williams. I think there was one that said Vanessa Williams,
Diana
Cookie
Ross.
Lyons. They had so many people up on there. I thought it was very, very beautiful, and I think that really at a time where Black Girl Magic is on the
Yeah.
rise, it just feels good to acknowledge all of those women, and just to see them doing something.
That's such a creative
positive.
way to celebrate
Yeah.
a Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah, I thought it was really dope.
I really like that.
Yeah, and then
I recorded so that I could watch the whole thing.
oh, you need to watch it. I loved it. It was her third year in a row hosting. I thought it was really dope.
I look forward to her outfits.
Yeah,
They're
I
just
do
like
too.
really out there, and I just like how free she is, and she just
Girl, I
does
kid
her
you
own
not. She
thing.
had on a hat that was like this
I
big.
love it.
She did, and I love Erica. I just always like her style. She's just so free and unapologetic about who she is. So I'm here for her. And then at the Soul Train Awards, they honored Toni Braxton.
I saw when she was singing to Tamar. I like that little sister
Yeah,
moment. they
that
had.
I saw that
It was
too.
nice.
That was a really nice sister moment that they shared. That was really nice. I thought it was really dope. Just to see Toni. And also too, I admire her because she has lupus. and she's beat like all the odds. I remember she said in the video that they told her that she would never perform again. And she's, look at her, she up there shimmying and shaking.
Look,
so
black don't
yeah,
crack.
it don't.
Even when you have lupus,
She
black
looks
don't
good.
crack.
No, she really looks good. So they honored her with the Legend Award. She performed a couple of her songs, and then I believe it was Ro James, Luke James, and Jessie J had performed a couple of her songs. So that was good to see. They did a really good job. And then also they honored SWV, which was dope. What's your favorite SWV song?
Honestly, don't even know.
You don't know?
What's yours?
I would say Right Here. Everybody says weak, so I'm gonna go with Right Here.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to seem like super.
Everybody always says that.
Because I know all the words. I didn't want to be the basic one. And
No.
That's my favorite. I think I tried out. Remember we were in the musical. I think I tried out for the musical with that song.
We're weak.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think I did.
I don't remember what song I sang. I sang a Dream Girl song. I sang Dream Girls. Yes, I did, and I got in the play. So, so it was a good show. I enjoyed watching the Soul Train Awards. And like I said, bringing back all of these older artists who've been around for years. It feels good to see them back out up on stage and to be able to still sing along to their music and still be able to appreciate it. So it was really nice seeing that. And then also this week I discovered a new show on TV. It's called Flip or Flop Fort Worth. And I was going through, shout out to Kiera, because she put me onto it. But I discovered this show, and I love it because it's on HGTV, and it is the first time that I have seen a black couple on HGTV. Of course, there are a couple black couples, you'll see them every once in a while, but to see them hosting the show.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, to see them hosting it, that is so dope. So they are military veterans. They buy homes in the Fort Worth area, in Dallas, Fort Worth, and they buy them and they fix them up and they flip them for a profit. And so far I've seen about 3 episodes of their show.
I saw the preview and I really like the chemistry. I mean, obviously they're married, but I really like
they have a cute family too with their kids.
Yeah, the vibe of the show. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start watching that.
Yes, please. Please watch it, y'all. Let's support them because I really love the fact that there are black people on HGTV. And to think about it, at one point, black people, we were discriminated within the housing market. And we can talk about that up on the show. But we were discriminated once upon a time, and to see black people who are buying homes and turning it into a profit, I think that's dope. And then just to see them together, working together, and to see how they interact with each other. From what I've seen up on the show, Andy, that's her husband, he's the one that's really gets up in there and helps with the construction. And then she is all about the decorating. Yeah. So it's cool to see how they work, and it's such a beautiful thing just to see them collaborate and to come up with something that's special, like I said, and they have 2 beautiful kids too. So
I really like how, and I know this is kind of off the topic, but I guess it kind of correlates. How they both have natural hairstyles, because
that's what I said. That is exactly what I said. Oh my God.
Honestly, on TV, even on commercials, a lot of times it's very either she has
I know what you mean.
Yeah, she has curly hair. You're not sure if she's black. It's very ambiguous. What is she? She has to be mixed because you can't really tell. And I like how she has her twist in, and he has his dreads, and I like that. I just like how it's just all natural, just boom. She didn't straighten her hair. She didn't try to.
Yeah, I noticed that too. I could appreciate the fact that her hair is it braided or is it twisted?
It's in twist.
It's in twist, yeah. That her hair is in twist and that his hair is in dreads. I noticed that too. I was like, yeah, so I'm here for them.
And it just says that's different. I like that they're showing that on TV because I can relate. Because hey, I wear braids too, so it just makes you want to watch it even more. So I really like that. That kind of little things just draw me in.
Yeah. Please go support the show. It comes on Thursdays at 8 o'clock. I believe it's 8 o'clock our time that it comes on. It comes on HGTV. Please support it though. It just premiered this month. I believe it was the first Thursday this month it premiered. So please support it. Watch it. They're a beautiful black couple, and I would love to see more of them.
The reality, you can watch this too.
Exactly. This is like real reality.
Right.
So,
So come on, we gotta have balance.
This is reality with a purpose.
Right.
So please go support that. I thought it was so beautiful. I loved seeing that. And then also Marsai Martin from Blackish.
Blackish, my show.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So I love her. She's so full of life. She posted this picture earlier this week, and somebody had wrote to her and said in the comment section and told her to lay her edges. She was like, lay your edges. And then she replied back to the girl online and she said, I don't have to. I like my hair kinks, coils, naps, and all. And I was so here for this because she's 13 and to hear somebody so young have so much love and pride for their hair, I think that's a beautiful thing. Shame on the person for writing that up on her page because she's only 13. She's a child. Leave her alone.
That probably was another 13-year-old bullying her. But the thing is about...
No, she looked like a grown woman. Yeah, she looks grown. Look at her.
She looks like a... No, that's the little kid post. But but my whole thing about that is I like how she respectfully kind of like said, no, I'm gonna do me, pretty much. So
exactly.
Shout out to you because you stood up for yourself in a very classy way without taking it, left.
She said left.
Because she could have been like, real. But she understands that she's a role model for other young girls. My little sister watches that. I watch that, and I applaud her for this. So.
I do too. And like I said, I just think that it's cool for her to be young and to love herself and to love her hair in its natural state because it's something that I think that we don't get enough of with black girls. Like she could have took that and internalized it and said, you know what, like I need to lay my edges and whoop whoop whoop. But no, I was so happy and she's so well spoken. She's so well versed. I've seen her a couple times on Conan on the late night show with Conan O'Brien, and then I've seen her on some other show. I feel like it was TRL that I saw her on. It was some show on MTV. I think it was TRL. But she's just so well spoken and she's so sweet. She seems like she's just such a sweet girl. Yeah, and she's young. Like leave her alone. Kids should be off limits. They say pick on somebody your own size, or lay your edges, or better yet, like love your hair in its natural state. Like you don't have to project that upon somebody else. So, shout out to her. I love her. And then Black Girl Magic with what's her name? Meghan.
Oh, Meghan Markle. Yes.
Meghan Markle. Yeah, it was a good week.
Family.
Yeah, it was a good week for Black girls, Black Girl Magic, and then my new mixtape with Sheila Marie. So, yeah.
Meditation mixtape.
Oh my goodness! So, are you gonna meditate this week?
Yes, I am.
No, for real. I mean it.
No, for real, I am on my day off.
Okay.
I might even listen to sessions of that, just to kind of like. Trick Daddy.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And Trick Daddy.
Okay, but it
let
has
us
to
not
be
forget.
at
Okay.
different times, because I can't be meditating and then go to Trick Daddy. No.
As soon as you come out of your meditation.
Right. I gotta find my center, and then later on, when I'm a little.
As soon as you come. Stop.
Oh my gosh! I wish we could like pan to her.
All right, to Kira in the audience, but but yes. So that is your homework. Okay. So I promise you, or that could be your meditation for all you know. That Trick Daddy can be your meditation.
No, I'm gonna try her first.
Yeah, thank you.
Try her first. No.
It's okay.
I can't deal with you guys.
You can't?
No, I can't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
The two of y'all too much.
No, it's okay.
But anyways.
Imagine if Jasmine was here. She about to be here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She was like, what is going on here? What?
Yes, Jasmine, we miss her. But yeah, no, Black Girl Magic is something that's so real. Celebrate yourself, celebrate your sisters. Going back to A. LaKay in her post, please celebrate each other. Yes. Celebrate the ones around you. Even if you don't know the people, by all means, show love to everybody You don't have to know them personally to support them. It's just, it feels good to support other women, Black women especially, because when one of us wins, all of us wins. And it's a door that opens not just for you, but for everybody else, because it shows that it's possible and that it can happen.
Collaboration, not competition.
Yes, it's not about competition. It's about collaboration. And that's what, like I said, what we're all about here at QTT. And
So we're going to go to a quick break.
Yes, let's go ahead.
And when we get back, we're going to answer one of you guys' questions with Dear Queen.
Yes, y'all going to love this question with Dear Queen. We'll be back in 5.
Allow me to give you something to think about. Not everything that comes out of Compton is bad. I mean, we have Dr. Dre, The Game, Kendrick Lamar, Venus and Serena Williams, that little girl with the dream, Maya Agent Brown. P. Diddy couldn't have said it better. This is the fairy tale, man. And fairy tales do come true, because we got millions of cats that are coming up with that hustling spirit and drive. They got that mention, that drive. Bill Lyons had that drive to overcome all obstacles. Bill Lyons isn't just a clothing line or just a brand. It's a movement. Bill Lyons is Compton. Compton is Bill Lyons. Respect the perspective. Bill Lyons.
I'm Coach Tony Robinson. I'm an author, mentor, motivational speaker, and CEO of the Concrete Rose Foundation. Why I started the Concrete Rose Foundation? It's simple. I love helping people. There's nothing more rewarding in life than to help someone else and not expect anything back in return. The Concrete Rose Foundation is all about going out into the communities and helping people. We have a bullying campaign. We feed the homeless. The Concrete Rose Foundation is about going into the communities and helping families build strong foundations for our youth today.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
What if they started making Trump lace fronts? He ain't got no hair up there, but it's all down there. And I mean, it's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm not fucking her.
Well, we all know now she's a natural brunette.
A couple minutes. Fucking Steve Harvey,
and we already made it clear. Scumbag Society always will say "fuck Steve Harvey."
Fuck that nigga, Steve. Fuck you. Fuck your mustache. Fuck the lady who used to
Straight
make
like
your
that.
wigs.
Be careful. When we're not around our own, there's certain shit that we just don't say.
That's true, because we don't want them to get accustomed to thinking that they should be able to.
So I have to catch myself, because I've said nigga before in front of white people, and I kind of like pull back, like, wait, I don't want them to think this is cool.
Right. Tune in every Thursday from 7 to 9 to the Scumbag Society Radio on thehubradio.net.
The Hub Radio.
Coco's Lip Smacking Cupcakes offers custom cakes and cupcakes for every occasion. We proudly bake everything from scratch. With every moist and mouth-watering bite, you will be smacking your lips by the time you are finished. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Lip Smacking Cupcakes.
The Hub Radio. I still have to be able to be true to myself.
When it comes to hair and natural hair and people, like whether you got the curliest hair or the kinkiest hair or your hair is
Taking the initiative to serve the underserved, no matter what form or shape or fashion.
A princess always wears a crown over long hair flowing down, never over braids or afro bows. Well, I was that little girl learning hatred for my curls, and I tried to burn them straight till a new reality broke through and settled over me.
This is Faye, and you're watching Mac and Cheese, Fat Killers TV.
Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Did you wanna see me broken? I got that mac and cheese that'll bring it down to your knees. I got that stuffing too, make you wanna call me boo. Grease popping in a frying pan, you a breast or a thigh man. Let me go ahead, get you a plate. But what you bringing to the table? What you bringing to the table? You ain't making enough greens, and at least be grateful. What you bringing to the table? What you bringing to the table? Can't make dessert, don't desert me. At least stay faithful. You got that tofu, thought it was soul food. Thought you were so cool, damn I was so food. Following your rules. You got that easy bag, juvenile cheap and fake. Taking to-go plates from bitches in your face. Got bitches in your place. You ran out of substance, I have an abundance. I made an assumption this could be something, but this shit ain't nothing. I don't do fast food, thought it would last, boo. You just like the last dude, tryna ride through like I am a drive-through, like you could just slide through. Let me remind you what I'm bringing to the table. What I'm bringing to the table, you ain't making enough greens. What you bringing to the table?
Jasmine Renee has joined us.
Hey, I'm back.
How you doing?
I'm good.
You good?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear anything, but it's okay.
I got you,
I'm
Queen.
good, really good.
Yes. That's good. That's good. Are you ready to get into some Dear Queen?
Yes.
The question from our from one of our followers.
Okay, so this is from a king. He said, "Hey queens, help me understand or explain to me when has the mentality of the strong black woman when has the mentality of the strong black woman gotten traded in for the 304?" That's how he kind of because that's how it would like played in my head. That he said it. 304.
I thought it was an area code. Is that an area code?
No, it's like a term for a prostitute.
That's what I just
learned that too, so I didn't really.
That was my first time ever hearing that.
Somebody told me.
On me. Am I getting old? I think I'm getting old because I have not heard that.
Calculator, like you put it in a calculator and it writes out a hole.
I don't think the kids know that. They just, I guess it's just a. I mean, it sounds cool. Like, oh yeah, 304.
No, that's what it's like. If you punch in 304 on the calculator, turn it upside down.
That's what it is.
It's hole.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like hello, when you do like 43110.
Like the little boys that used to spell out boobs. Yeah. Like immature.
Pretty much.
I didn't know that it came from a guy, because that makes me feel really.
The question?
Yeah, like what are you talking about?
All right, King, we gonna answer this for you, King. Okay, because I got a problem with the verbiage already in here.
Yeah, like when did it take away? or when did it replace the strong black woman?
I feel like the strong black woman can never be replaced.
No,
but I
think
think
he's
that
talking about the wave of like the prostitutes and the strippers, kind of like, you know,
to where it's glorified.
Yeah, where it's glorified. That's why.
Wait, what is he? You gotta clarify it more for me because even with you saying that, it doesn't.
Like basically, when did it cool? When did it become cool to be a prostitute over like getting an education?
Well, he's saying when did it replace, right?
Yeah, so like the wave of like the.
But not just become cool. When did it replace? Whether it's cool or not, it replaced it. That's what he's saying. I don't think he has a good understanding of what a strong black woman is. If he thinks it's been replaced by a hoe or a stripper.
Yeah, I don't think that is being replaced. In a sense,
it ain't got nothing to do with us.
Right, I'm about to say that has absolutely nothing to do with us. But if you want to ask about why has it become so, I guess, popular or glorified in a sense, I think that a lot of that has to do with TV. A lot of it has to do with social media. Right. A lot of it has to do with music. A lot of that has to do with the media and what we see around us. Like that's something that that people they gravitate to with the Instagram models. So yeah,
that's really what
it's always sold.
Yeah.
But I don't think that it's appropriate to say that it's replaced the strong black woman.
Yeah. I mean, there has been a rise of like, you know, the prostitutes and the strippers being, because I know there's somebody on Instagram that's famous called
Pretty Hoe.
Pretty Hoe, and then her best friend's like Sexy Hoe or something like that.
Somebody said they saw her in Compton
over
there at McDonald's down the street.
I'm all about like what is the message that it sends. I don't like that. My little brother told me about that, and I was like, what? Why do you follow? He's like, oh, she just be posting stuff. I'd be like, what? Why?
Yeah, because my girls talk about it, but
yeah, but I'm like, for kids to be looking at that, I'm not for that.
I mean, I'm not with that whole like, if kids are looking at this, then it shouldn't be that. Like, I feel like that's not a cop out, but it's just like I don't like saying that.
No, I'm saying that I don't like the image that it's sending. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I don't like that conversation when people are like, even like with the Nicki Minaj thing, or like when you talk about like Wayne or rappers and stuff, they'll be like, well, they shouldn't be putting this out because kids are watching. And it's like, okay, so the kids are always watching, even when you're doing something good or when you're doing something bad. And my thing is like, what are we doing as people that are around these kids to pose as those positive images? So like, I don't feel like she's gonna stop what she's doing because kids are seeing her. Like, kids are gonna see way more than we think they see. So it's like, that's not like a good, you know, example to use. Like, oh, you know, the kids are watching.
Personally, I don't like how she's using her influence. But that's just me, like, calling yourself a pretty hoe. I mean, why couldn't she choose pretty queen? But maybe that's just how she sees herself, as a hoe. So, I mean,
ain't none of my business.
I know, like,
I'm not here for that movement.
For the pretty, for the prostitutes and
the sexy hoe.
I mean, prostitutes always been booming. They have.
This is true.
Prostitutes didn't just now get on board, but they've been booming. I mean,
strippers, prostitutes.
I live down the street, and
pretty hoes,
it's
light skin hoes, darker skin hoes.
But I don't think that is something that people should aspire to.
That's what I'm saying.
If that's what he's asking in the question, if they're trying to aspire to that, then yeah, I think
read the question again.
So the question is, help me understand and explain to me when has the mentality of the strong black woman get traded in for the 304 prostitute?
My mentality didn't get traded. No.
I mean, if you look at what's on TV from, you know, back in the day to now, like with the Bill Cosby's and the In Living Color and all those type of shows, all that, you know, was about education, college, all that kind of stuff. But now, I mean, you see things on TV that are not really associated. I'm not talking about all things on TV, but most of the things, it's just a different age and different time. So, especially with social media, everybody's an Instagram model. Everybody's posting crazy stuff on their Snapchat. So it's just a different time.
The issue is that with the whole wave of the Instagram model, people have kind of gravitated to women becoming famous for their looks and not necessarily for their brains and what they can do and like in their education. And it's almost like a quick come up for a lot of women. But I think that we need to go back to the basics and telling women that you don't. First of all, you need to. You know, be smart, get an education, use your brain. You can have a pretty face, but you can still not be the most intellectual.
Right. Or strive too.
Right, or strive for something
knowledge.
better than that. And most of the time with these women, if you look at them, they're usually riding the wave of some athlete or some rapper or somebody. But it's like, you don't need a man, you don't need to ride to be in nobody else's shadows to be famous. You don't need to be recognized by being with this person or being with that person. But
that's why I appreciate the new shows like Blackish is coming out in January. I'm super excited about that. About you know, Zoe going to college and about her being in the college atmosphere as a young Black girl. So I'm really.
Is it called Grownish?
It's called Grownish. It's a spin-off off of Blackish. So I'm excited about that because it's just a more positive image, you know, of somebody young being in, you know, college. I like that. I like stuff like that. That shows that she's like getting her education and not just.
But I think that when he says the mentality of a strong Black woman has been traded in, I think that's kind of a blanket statement because you can't really say that for everybody. You can't like generalize that.
And it's still like, I mean, Black women are the number one group of people, at least in America, that are progressive, that are progressing and creating businesses. So it's like, it's not that it's being replaced, and I don't know who like he's hanging around or who he sees, but it goes back to like what you were saying, having people and people trying to follow these stars or, you know, TV personalities, but it's like, we have to stop looking at these entertainers as leaders in our community or as people that are pushing a movement, because it's like, if I'm an entertainer, I'm just entertaining what's in front of me. I'm not going to, you know, I'm not going to push a movement. If it's, I mean, white people in front of me, if it's Hispanic people in front of me, I'm going to start speaking Spanish, or I'm going to start, you know, speaking like a white person and talking about what happens in Beverly Hills or whatever. Like, that's what's going to happen as an entertainer. So we need to stop looking at them as leaders and understand that there is a line between being able to enjoy and following in the footsteps of.
Right.
And I mean, love Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. I love rap music in general, but I'm not going out here just being like, oh, I want to be half naked all the time and I want to, you know, just do whatever they're putting out there. But I do enjoy their music, and I think that's what our community and our culture needs to get to, is just like, okay, we can enjoy them, but they're not our leaders. They're, you know, and maybe that's what he's thinking is like, oh, we look to them for leaders. When we go on Instagram now, the movement that's being pushed is the slaves in Libya. Now everybody's posting about it, and everyone that we see, they're all entertainers. So we're all, okay, well, let's hop on this movement because all of the entertainers are doing it, but we're not following any real leaders. So it's like, maybe that's what he's saying, because we do tend to follow these entertainers, and he's just like, why are we following these entertainers? Well, my answer would be, stop and go find you someone that's a leader. You know, try to push something on your own. But yeah, and
that's why we need to stop putting these people on a certain pedestal. Like me personally, I'm a huge fan of Angela Rye. I love Issa Rae. I love Amanda Seales, because I feel like they're very progressive people, and they're not afraid to make their voices heard. They're not afraid to be unapologetic. They say what they want to say, and they just want to push the culture forward. And I look up to people like that. I look up to people who I hope to aspire to be like one day, in terms of ambition and in terms of what they're doing and how they're pushing the culture. But I think that we really need to shift our focus and look at these people and see who it is that you're entertaining. Like I said, I entertain people like that in the political realm, people who are about social justice, people who push social issues. So I just feel like all the other fluff, like the Instagram models and all these other reality stars, granted though, I mean, I follow them, like I see what they're posting, but I wouldn't say that I feed into stuff like that. But I don't think that that's a mentality that's been traded. Right. It's probably more what's the word? It's probably more out there than
it was before.
Yeah. It may be somebody who's maybe a reality star, they may be more popular, they may have more followers than Angela Rye, and that's probably what he means in that sense. But I don't think it's something that's been traded. I just think it's been something that's
and
more.
And the two are able, I mean, with every good, there comes evil. So with the two are able to coexist in the same way how we say, like, oh, as a, you know, having like a black sister or whatever, you can still, you know, shine her light and shine your light at the same time. You know, good doesn't wipe away evil, and evil doesn't wipe away good. So with every, you know, positive, there's going to be a negative. It's just like they can coexist together. I can be here as someone that's pushing
What you bringing to the table?
trying to tear down the movement. So it doesn't replace it, but I mean, it just goes to like show, like, I wish I knew who the guy was, but like, what are you looking at? Like, how old are you, and what are you looking at? Like, just for real. I don't to say it replaces is a little, like, it's a stretch, but if he's just saying like, why is it becoming more popular, then okay, but it's not being replaced.
I think that was the thing. I don't think this is being replaced.
Well, maybe one day we can like progress towards like having a live stream where they can ask us questions, so then they can explain what they are saying.
I think he knew what he was saying. It replaces. We know what that word means. I think he knew.
Well, sometimes people, the way
clarify it.
like the way they word stuff is not exactly how they.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think that it's replaced anything. I just think that it's just a matter of what's.
But we're.
So.
We're so happy that you're here now.
Yes. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm happy that you're here. So I'm ready to hear what you're presenting.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm
present to us
all over the place, but I'm from a high emotions to like low because it just came from a game. But shout out to my girls, they won. We were down by like 15 or something, and we ended up winning by I think 5. So, and the team was 5-0, so we were their first loss, which is pretty cool. And then one of my coaches that coached me was also in the stands, so that's pretty cool to be able to coach in front of like a mentor of mine. That was really cool. But yeah, if anybody doesn't know, I coach at West Los Angeles College. I coach the women's basketball team, so that's where I came from. But okay, so this is completely new and to you guys too, because they don't know what I'm gonna talk about. But this past weekend, and you guys don't know this either, someone broke into my car. And this is the second time this year or within the past few months. So that it's fine. Like my car got it fixed or whatever. But I was at my friend's house. This is the day before Thanksgiving. We're sitting like in her kitchen, and we heard the window break, and we saw the guy run off. And he grabbed like a bag that was in the front seat, and he took off running. So that happened, but like a whole bunch of stuff happened in between there. My friend's mom, or my sister's mom, I should say, she called the police. Took them forever to get here, to the place. And after, I think everything, I was about to go back home, and my sister was just like, "Oh, let's do a council." And I'm like, "What? Like, I want to go home." And she was just like, "No, let's sit down and like, figure like our emotions out, and you know, just get some stuff out on the table." So that's something that I wanted to do here. They don't know what I'm gonna ask them or anything, but we are going to. Yes. So
okay.
What?
So okay, for you guys at home, when you know my segment is called Gates Presents, what I'm presenting today is like a way to run through your emotions with a group of people. Whether it be something good that happened or something bad that happened, it's always good to like debrief. And I don't think we always have like healthy ways to get through that. So this is just an option for you. You know, you can do it in a setting with just females or just men, or even like with you guys all together. So I don't know what it's called, but there are 3 things that you have to think of. It's a rose, a bud, and a thorn. The rose is something that is beautiful, that you are happy that is existing in your life or in whatever topic that I bring up, something that's beautiful in that. A bud is something that is growing, that you are currently working on, or whether it be within yourself or with another person. And then a thorn is something that you wish to get rid of, that hurts, maybe that you don't really like, but you know that it is something that is a part of whatever topic that I bring up. So, I mean, if you just think of like, you know, a rose and it has its thorns, it's still a part of the rose, but it's not a part that's pleasant. So, I guess I will ask in terms of like, you could either answer based on just black women in general, or you could answer based on your relationships with the black woman that you know. So you would have to come up with a rose, which is something that's beautiful, and then a thorn, something that you wish to get rid of, that you wish wasn't there. And then the third thing would be what's budding, what's growing, as it relates to Black women or the Black woman in general or the Black women that you are coming into contact with. So you'll see as it goes on for the listeners. You'll see as it goes on, like, how I play off of it. But like I said, you can do this whenever, even if it's just like nothing happened and you just want to sit there and just throw in a topic. We did it based on after, you know, they broke into my car and, you know, those emotions or whatever. It's right before Thanksgiving. So we basically, you know, kind of all tied it into that. But you can do it on whatever. As you can see, we're going to do it on Black women and our relation to that. So who wants to go first? We're going to go a rose first. Yeah, so a rose, something that's beautiful, something that you love, that exists in, you know, the community of Black women or within the relationships that you have built with Black women.
I think the rose would be our beauty and our creativity.
Okay.
I think that's something that's very beautiful because I feel like black people in general, with Black women, of course, we're innovators. And I think that's something that's beautiful and that's something that should be celebrated.
Okay. So what's your rose?
My rose would be the way that Black women are really expressing their love for themselves, all the way from, like, you see on Instagram or on social media, like, really dark-skinned women really posting themselves saying, you know, look at all this Black girl magic, and I feel like we always didn't see that.
Right.
So I'm talking about, you know, the ones that are from, like, the islands and stuff like that. So I really like seeing that, and people celebrating them and people loving on them. Okay. So I really like that.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna make mine quick so we can, like, get through it. But mine would be our strength, and I'm saying that not from, like, a place of being beaten down. I'm not saying the strength of being able to, like, put everything on our backs, but I think we are born with just a natural strength. I know at the Children's Hospital of LA, the number one group that survives the most, and if you know or are familiar with the Children's Hospital, most of them are born with illnesses, and that's why they're in the hospital. So they haven't even been home, but the number one survivor, the group that survives the most, is the young Black girls. And to me, I found that out when I was in high school. We did a project there, and we weren't all Black that did the project, but they said that to us, and I'm just like, it really made me feel like, oh my gosh, like there's so much strength in us, even when we don't even know what fighting is. So for me, the rose is our strength. So then the next one will go with what is a thorn. So something that we do not like about, you know, as it relates to Black women.
I don't like the stigma. I don't like the stigma of us being angry. I don't like the stigma of us being standoffish to the point where we can't even interact with each other. I don't like that. I feel like Black women are so much more than this narrow narrative that they put us in, and we're so much more than that, and constantly we're bound by the stigma of other people. There have been times where I've had people kind of like not want to talk to me or be standoffish towards me because they automatically think that I'm going to give them an attitude, when I'm like, why would I give you an attitude and I don't even know you? But it's something that I feel I would love to get rid of it, because it's not true. Like, we're not just bitter, and we're not angry, and we're not just waiting just to pop off like at the drop of a dime.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you. So it's a thorn meaning like something that, as you being a Black woman, that is within Black women. So not like from
Black
the
women.
so not like something that's like from the outside looking in. So like your relationship as it concerns, you know, Black women, and what is something that you wish to get rid of that is within Black women as a community. So like not from the outside looking in. Yeah.
Oh, not from the outside? Okay, cool. Then let's talk about the way that we interact with each other and creating positive interactions with one another. Just like with me starting Queen's Table Talk, just to get people talking and to be able to sit down with you guys and to be able to talk to you. And even though we may not always agree and we have differences of opinion, I still respect your opinion. I respect you as a person. I respect you as a woman. We can come together. We can talk. We can progress. We can collaborate. And I think that I wish that there was more of that within the community. I don't feel like it's something that's, I don't think that it's like, okay, I just can't talk to nobody, but there are some instances where sometimes if you run into a Black woman, you may feel like, okay, I don't know if we should talk or not, if we should be cool, but I think that's something that we need to get past.
Okay, Aaliyah.
piggybacking off of that, I would just say maybe like the initial contact. Like I know a lot of black women. I've been a victim. I'm pretty sure I've done it too. The look up and down. You know, when you first meet somebody, you kind of do that. Like, who are you? Kind of look. Just
I never
like,
understood that.
I don't either. And I'm like, I think I'm the type that it's like, oh, I want to look at what she has on. Like that's me. I'm not looking like you know. I'm more like, what is she, like? I don't want her to know that I'm not giving her eye contact, but I low key want to see what shoes she has on. Like just cause like that's just me. Like I just want to see what she has on. But people have done it right in my face, and I'm just like, it kind of gives you like that kind of like neck roll. Like, why are you doing that to me? I don't really.
Okay, so we're running out of my time, but basically, so then we would go into that, and then we would ask you what is the bud for it, and then after that, I would, because both of you guys touched on the same thing. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't, but I would ask, just as like black woman, how does it make you feel that you are adding to that thorn that you have? And then you would have to be like, or you could say, how does it, just, it's something like short, like, how does it make you feel that this is something that, it's something that's a thorn to you, but then you're also holding on to it, because if you think of the rose, like, it's also something that it's stuck into. So just like a short, like, how does it make you feel? Like, I feel,
how does it make me feel to hold on to it?
No, to be someone that is a cultivator of like that negative thing. Because as if you're saying as like a black woman that this is something that is going on, then that means I'm also involved in that thorn or whatever. So like, just.
I really like this. It was something different, and it gave us a chance to like interact and really like think about it. I like this. So.
Yeah. So you would do that, and then ask like how it makes them feel, and then whatever other things that you notice as like the person that's leading the council, whatever other things that you notice that the people that are around you are saying, or whatever you want to like, you know, key in on, definitely do that and ask questions that reflect whatever was like constantly brought up. So when we did it, the thorn for all of us, we did it for like how our day went, and the thorn for all of us was my car getting broken into, and then we asked like why was that a thorn, and you know, my friend, she had brought up like, you know, having someone come to her house and it didn't make her feel like it was welcoming, like, well, you want to come back again? And that's like my sister, so of course I will be back, but that's what she said. And then I had brought up like a bud for me, or a thorn was that I always tend to think like, oh, I do so much for people, and why would something bad happen to me? And I said, I'm learning to get out of it. The first time somebody broke into my car, I actually like was learning to get out of that prior to that happening, and then that day it ended up happening. So that was like a thorn and a budding moment for me, just getting to the point where it's like, I don't do good work for people or in the community so that it's back to me. I do it so that I can see lives change. And then that can stem like another conversation of like how it started, or what makes you, you know, I don't know, like how were you able to come out from that? And I know they were like, you know, are you okay? She kept asking me, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, you know, I'm gonna get the window fixed or whatever. But it's good to just, you know, release and voice those feelings. And like I said, even if it's you guys are just at Christmas dinner with your family or something, and you want to just sit and talk, it's definitely a good conversation starter to just have. And I don't know, did we start late, or am I tripping?
Oh no, it's time.
No, did he put up there?
No.
Is he up there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That was, yeah. Okay. Well, that's my thing. That's a council. So the three things are rosebud and a thorn, and they're pretty self-explanatory. So when you bring up the council, when you introduce it, just like introduce those three things, and then start your conversation.
Yes. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back with more of Queen's Table Talk. When we get back, we're gonna have a little bit of Lovely with Lovely Leah.
Hey.
Yes.
Dre, what happened to the cards?
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut our clothes.
Motherfucking
give you something to think about. Not everything that comes out of Compton is bad. I mean, we have Dr. Dre, The Game, Kendrick Lamar, Venus and Serena Williams, that little girl with the dream, Maya Agent Brown. P. Diddy couldn't have said it better. This is the fairy tale, man. And fairy tales do come true because we got millions of cats that are coming up with that hustling spirit and drive. They got that mention, that drive. Bill Lyons had that drive to overcome all obstacles. Bill Lyons isn't just a clothing line or just a brand. It's a movement. Bill Lyons is Compton. Compton is Bill Lyons. Respect the perspective. Bill Lyons.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
What if they started making Trump lace fronts? He ain't got no hair up there, but it's all down there. And I mean, it's fine. I don't give a shit. I'm not fucking
Well,
her.
we
So
all
it
know
doesn't
now
matter
she's
to
a
me.
natural brunette.
A couple minutes.
Oh,
Fucking Steve Harvey.
And we already made it clear, Scumbag Society always will say, fuck Steve Harvey.
Fuck that nigga, Steve. Fuck you, fuck your mustache, fuck the lady who used
Straight
to make
like
your
that.
wigs.
Be careful. When we're not around our own, there's certain shit that we just don't say.
That's because we don't want them to get accustomed to thinking that they should be able to.
So I have to catch myself, because I've said nigga before in front of white people, and I kind of like pull back like, wait, I don't want them to think this is cool.
Right. Tune in every Thursday from 7 to 9 to the Scumbag Society Radio on thehubradio.net. The Hub Radio.
Welcome back to Queen's Table Talk. Yes, let's get into a little bit of lovely. Come on.
Are y'all feeling lovely today?
You feeling
I've always
lovely?
wanted to say that on my segment.
You look lovely too. I like this that you got on.
Thank
You're
you.
what is it? A bedazzled? Bedazzled?
Yeah, I got this from Walmart. Honestly,
Walmart.
For the low.
For the low.
It was for
Okay.
Halloween. But anyways, I got more important things to talk about.
Come on.
So today's segment is called "Treat Yourself, Don't Cheat Yourself."
Where's the? It's so funny when she gets whatever. I don't know what to call it, but it's
in my
like
mode.
a ratchet.
In my mode.
Hey, you know she's in her comfort zone.
Yes. So
We don't talk about that one day. Go ahead, though. I'm not gonna
I'm
interrupt
gonna talk about some things that you can do to treat yourself, to kind of check out when you're stressed out or when you just had a long week. You know, I work in retail, so I'm gonna be doing this a lot this month with all the crazy holiday lines and people and just overall. So I'm gonna give you guys a few things, like for the people who have a little extra spending money, or for people who are like, I'm kind of broke right now. Do you have any free things to do? So I got it all for y'all. I got it all. So something that I personally like to do, I like to get massages because I hold all my tension in my shoulders and my neck. So which is weird. I don't really like people touching me, but I'll go get a massage because it just hurts so bad because I'm very tense. So you can definitely go get a massage. You can go get your nails done, like Jasmine with the poppin' nails right
Holiday
there.
season.
Yes.
You gotta do it to them.
You can take yourself on a movie date. Take yourself out. Like, get dressed up. Maybe, like, go on a dinner date. Drink some wine. Go to the little movies with the food. The little dine-in.
Oh, the dine-in theaters.
Yeah.
I'm
Take
like,
yourself.
movies with the food.
Yeah. My bad. The dine-in.
They have one in Downey if
21.
anyone's looking for it. They
Yeah.
have one in Downey.
Something
And they serve
like that.
alcohol too.
Right. So just basically somewhere where you can check out, and you don't always have to be with somebody. I'm the type of person where I'm always around people. So sometimes I'm like, I just need to just get away from everybody, from my family, from my friends, from my significant other, from my job, everything. So just do something like a little hobby to release that stress, release that energy, or simply just to relax, have a little R&R with yourself. I actually want to take up boxing to just like release tension. Yeah, and then also just to learn a little self-defense too, because I'm smaller. So I just feel like people think they could take me on, but I want to like do a little something like I got something for you, like a little 1-2 jab or something.
There it is.
So I'm gonna check out some. I mean, not just have my taser, but really know how to use it.
You need a taser?
No,
I got one for you. Oh, you do? I about to say I got one for you.
But take up Pilates or yoga or hot yoga or something like that. And then if you are like, oh, Leah, well, I don't have a lot of money this month. What can I do? You can just simply go to the beach. Go to the beach, like let the waves just, fill your mind, ease all the stress. Bring your favorite book, your favorite magazine, or just simply listen to music. You can take a nice, hot, long bubble bath. And now they have those little like bath bomb things. I don't know how that will work with your lady stuff. I don't know. Stuff like that kind of like.
Seems like it's a work for everybody else. Everybody else.
I thought it was more for ladies. I thought ladies
No,
take
it is. But I'm like that fizzy stuff, and then it's like you sitting in. I don't know.
I mean, just like soap, bubble soap.
Yeah, that's a little bit more gentler. But like
I mean, I'm pretty sure they made it
so
it could be gentle.
Stuff like that. I don't know.
You should be putting that in your bathwater anyways. If you got chemicals and stuff
The
in
ones
it.
that I've seen, they look like they got chemicals and
they
stuff
just
in
dissolve in the water.
I'm just saying, I'm a little iffy about that.
I think we would have heard like somebody die from it.
Stuff. But anyways, you could take a walk in the park. A lot of people, think like, oh, parks are for kids, but parks are actually really relaxing. Like just a nice day. I recommend like a day where there's not a bunch of kids if you're looking for a little bit more time to relax. Maybe a free museum or an art gallery. You can find them on Eventbrite. And meditation, like Monique said earlier.
The meditation mixtape.
Yeah, you listen to that?
You tell me about it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you guys do to treat yourself, like just throughout the week? Just take a little, not even just like reflection, because I know we talk a lot about that, but just to check out for a little bit. What do you guys do?
I would say like a quick 3 things. Well, probably not 3. It's probably a little more, but I know at the beginning of this year, I started doing a lot of things by myself. So like I often go to the movies by myself. When I go to the movies, I'm usually by myself. I'll head to Long Beach and then like probably go get some dinner and then go to the movies, and the beach is right there too. So like just hit up all those things and just be by myself. I love like taking the train or even like Ubering down to somewhere I've never been and just like kind of like walking, doing stuff like that. I know as of like this weekend, I always talk about like controversial conversations or whatever, but crazy because like I had a lot of conversations with my family, and it wasn't like I was like, oh, we gonna have this conversation. Things just came up, and I realized getting back to your village and the people that like raised you and the people that you were around when you were being raised, like my cousins, we were all raised together. It feeds into like who you are as a person, and a lot of times we're around people that we met maybe like a few years ago, so when we're talking to them, they don't really know who we were growing up. So having those controversial conversations and just talking about different things and how my views have changed with other people where our views all started the same, but we've been able to branch out. It was really cool, and like I feel like I've rejuvenated, and I feel like a different piece because I've been able to like reconnect with like my inner child by talking to them. So I think that's something that's that I've seen lately. So like me and my cousins are gonna start like hanging out more. We have an uncle who like is a little overweight, so we agreed like we would all go and take him walking and try to get him back. So like that has really been, I don't know if it would help anybody else, but that has really been like a stress reliever for me, especially this past holiday weekend. So just being able to like reconnect with my inner child. I hold on to like this little girl. I have her on my screensaver. Well, it's me, but me. When I was little, I hold on to this. My dad sent me this picture, and like this is so me because I love eating toast and I hate the crust. So like this is what I was eating. But it was just really a feel good moment to like be able to just sit as like in my grandparents' house, where we spent a lot of time as children and just like become like that little girl again, but with so much more intellect. So I think if anybody can like get back to that and touch on like that little child that they were with, that's such a liberating feeling. So that's what was cool for me.
I like that. That's something I wouldn't really think about.
Yeah, that is.
What
it really
about
is.
you?
For me, what I do is I've started to really appreciate my alone time. So usually I go to Starbucks and I just chill, whether I'm like working on something, whether I'm reading. I just kind of like to be in my in my own space. I like to get away from like the house, and I like to be out and about. So usually I'll just chill and relax and just reflect and take time to be to myself. I go out to eat by myself sometimes after work. And before, I used to think that, oh my God, I don't want to go by myself because people going to think I'm by myself. And yeah, I used to think like that. But really, I actually love it. It's cool. Like, I just get to be chill. I get to unwind because I usually go after work. So if I get something, like, I'll just go in, I'll go sit down, and then I'll eat my food, and I'll just kind of relax and unwind. And then, what else do I do? Oh, I just started my meditation, the meditation mixtape. And so far, I like that. I like doing the meditation. I'm able to become centered with myself. I'm able to be able to be relaxed. I'm able to just reflect. Going back to what you said about the little girl, how you have the picture up on your phone. One of the tracks up on the mixtape was about your authentic voice, and she asks you as you're breathing in to think about yourself as a little child, and like you're standing next to yourself as a little kid. And I think that it was something that was really kind of emotional for me when I was talking about it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, but sometimes you need to connect with that person that you once were, because you think about how you were as a child and you were just so innocent before. You were so innocent and carefree. You didn't care about what people thought about you. You had no insecurities. You just, you were just living life. Right. But to get back to that place, I think that it was something that was beautiful. So we're doing meditation. That's something that I'm really into now. I encourage everybody to do it. But yeah, that's something that I'm really into now, just for me to become one with myself and to be able to connect with myself and free my mind.
We have to go do yoga together. There's a black-owned yoga spot off of Fig and 38th, or Fig and King, kind of. And it is called Studio 262. So they have sessions from like 4 to maybe 9 o'clock at night, and then they have like some on Saturdays, some on Sundays, and then whatever sessions they have on Fridays are $5. So every session is $10, or you can get like your monthly subscription or whatever. But it's called Studio 262. So like, we should go. And I've talked to the lady before, and she was maybe we can do like a QTT and invite like our listeners and stuff, and she'll do like a private session just for us, and it'll be like $5 for everybody that comes. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it's, if anybody is wanting to go, you can just pop in. You don't need to do anything. Just bring your $10. They'll sign you up. And it's on Fig and it's Fig and 38th or Fig and King. It's right there. Like, it's Studio 262. So just look it up. It's a cool spot. I really enjoy it. And it's black owned, so like the music is turned when they're going. It's not just like common. They have trap yoga too, so that's like real turn music. But it's it's really cool.
I could see myself in trap yoga. I could.
She's like this. I don't know what to.
You're so funny.
I really don't.
I think I just had a long day at work, and then you guys just brought like a new fresh wind for me.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I did not have the best day. You guys have made it better, honestly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this segment of Lovely Leah's topic. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself.
You change your segment name.
No. A little bit of Lovely.
Oh, you said Lovely Leah's
that was the
topic.
title of what she was talking about.
Yeah, that was my theme for today. Treat yourself. Don't.
That's so funny.
Mo, let us know what you know.
Mo knows best. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna tell you what I know.
You guys can see this, right? She's over here scared. I don't know what Leah's gonna pull out.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
But since we're sticking with the whole theme of like treating yourself, I'm all about self-work. So I want to talk about self-worth, self-work, and also self-love. I feel like self-work is something that is constant. It's something that never stops. Every day we should be striving to be better than we were the day before. I feel like we should constantly be trying to be the best version of ourselves. And you know how people, they kind of think like, okay, I don't need to get work done. I'm fine in that sense. But really, the truth of the matter is that we all constantly need to be working on ourselves. The bulk of my self-work, I want to tell you guys like a little bit about like myself and my own self-work and how I came into be myself. because when I say queen, of course the show is called Queen's Table Talk, but when I say queens, it's not something I just say to be cute. It's something that's really something that I've lived through, and finding myself, finding my crown, like discovering my own magic, unlocking my magic, and being able to protect that. So the bulk of my self-work came about 2.5 years ago. Aaliyah knows. I was in a relationship with this guy when I was 20. And he was older than me. He was about 25. And really, honestly, I had no business being with this person at all. Like, he wasn't a good person to me. I wasn't, he wasn't no good to me. I was no good to him. But within that relationship, it was a lot of emotional and verbal abuse that happened within that relationship. And constantly, it was a matter of, him putting me down and talking down upon me. And, towards the end of that relationship, the last day I ever saw this man in person, he pretty much got in my face, cussed me out, called me a bitch, called me stupid, called me everything that ain't but a child of God. And I decided that day that was going to be the last time that I ever put up with it, that I was going to deal with him. And just the disrespect, it was too much. But towards the end of the relationship, I had got to a place where I was like, my problem is really not with him, because it doesn't matter whether or not you're with me or whether you're with the next person. Mm-hmm. Because until you address the thing in you, until you address the little boy in you, that thing that makes you act the way that you do, until you address that, all you're going to do is just put that into the next woman that you date. So the issue is really not with me, and vice versa. Until I fix whatever it is that's on the inside of me that would allow you to treat me like that, all I'm going to do is just find a man that's just like you, if not worse. So that's why I'm so big upon self-work and self-worth and loving yourself. And during that time, after that relationship, I really honestly spent that time just working upon myself and being able to address the issues that I had, because I was always that friend that was telling my friends, no, girl, you deserve better. You don't need to be with him, and whoop, whoop, whoop. I was always that person. But what I didn't realize is that I was becoming the same woman that I was trying to prevent them from being. And I wasn't taking my own advice. And before I knew it, I was that person where I was like, oh, my goodness. My whole views after that relationship ended was, even though I knew that in my head I deserved better, and I knew that it was something that was taught to me growing up, something in my mind, I didn't believe it, because had I believed it, I would have left a long time ago. Had I believed it, I probably would have left the first time that you ever cussed me out, or that you got in my face, or that you called me out of my name, or when I found out about you cheating upon me. I would have left a long time ago, but clearly I didn't. I stayed. And I had to address that within myself. I had to address the reason why I stayed. And within the self-work that I did, it wasn't something that just happened overnight. It was something that took me over a year, maybe almost 2 years, for me to really be with myself. Like, for 2 years, I didn't date anybody. I didn't talk to nobody. I wasn't like, I didn't have no relations with nobody. I was just really, I was really just to myself. I didn't want to be bothered, because I was too busy working upon myself. And when I say self-work, I mean like self-reflection, and even going to those places where you don't want to go, because when I did my self-reflection, it was some things that I was going through that I thought I had got over, but clearly I hadn't, and because it still affected me, but it just came out in different ways. So in me doing my self-work and my self-reflection and learning how to love myself, I fell in love with myself. I started speaking positive things to myself. During that time, I cried. Like, I was going through depression, and then like I said, I was really learning how to cope with those things, and learning how to accept the things that have happened, and learning how to use those things to make me a better person. And it's so important for us to take the time to really sit with yourself and to make sure that you're good, because if you don't love yourself, if you don't think that you're worth anything, you ain't gonna have nothing to give to nobody else. Because me, if I didn't have it to give to myself, I didn't have it to give to nobody else. And that's in relationships. Even if you have kids, if you don't love yourself, you don't take care of yourself, you have nothing to give to your children. So that's why I say I'm big up on that, and I'm big up on self-reflection and women finding their worth, though, because so many times, like, we sit back and then we just tolerate bad relationships. We tolerate toxic situations just for the sake of saying that we're with somebody, and we don't even realize that there's a reason why we're in those situations, because there has to be something in us that feels like we don't deserve better. And that's something that we need to address. And I really encourage you and I implore you to really search for that thing that's in you that is holding you back. Search for that thing inside of you that makes you feel like you're not pretty enough, or makes you feel like that you're not worthy enough. Right. Because as women, like, we are all so worthy. Don't ever let nobody tell you that you don't deserve this and you don't deserve that. Lies. You deserve everything that you're asking for real. Right. You deserve everything that you're asking for. Don't ever let nobody come into your life and shortchange you. Don't ever let nobody else come into your life and treat you less than you treat yourself. And that's why I'm so protective of the energy that I bring into my life now. Yes. Because I'm like, yeah, I've done so much self-work on myself to where it's like, you can't even come in with some mess. I'm not even gonna let you come in. Because if only you knew the things that I've been through, if only you knew the tears that I've cried, if only you knew what I had to go through to get my crown, you would understand why I'm so protective of myself, and you would understand why I just don't allow you to come into my life and just treat me any kind of way. So
Mo and her preaching today.
I know. I just want to stand up and be like,
the Church of Mo.
Right.
The Church of Mo.
Right.
The QTT Church. The doors, the church are open. But no, for real, like, cause it's something that I hear with a lot of my friends. And then earlier this week, I heard a couple of stories from just situations with women. I'm just like, y'all, like, I just really just want us to all feel good about ourselves and just understand that we need to work on ourselves and we need to love ourselves. Fall in love with yourself first. Fall in love with yourself all over again. Because I promise you, when you love yourself, you will see things from a whole different perspective. You won't just allow somebody just to come into your space and disrupt your energy, disrupt your peace. You're not about to have any of that. So I just think it's so important as women, and doing that stuff work. Like, get your crown. Don't ever let nobody take your crown for you. That's something that you have. So continue to be queens and shine your light wherever you go. Work on yourself. Love yourself. I'm telling you right now. Yes, love yourself. How y'all feel?
I just want to say thank you for being vulnerable about that, because you don't know who needed to listen and hear that. So we appreciate you being vulnerable and sharing your story, because that's a really difficult thing to do.
Right.
So, we love you, girl.
Oh, I love y'all too.
No, seriously, because I know, like you said, I did know her during that time, and
she was scared of him.
I was like,
all the time she was scared of him.
But you know how something don't feel right. Like something did not feel right when I was around him and you. It was like, this isn't Monique. Like, this is not the real Monique, and how, so I'm just glad to know that something good did come out of that negative.
And I don't hate him. I've forgiven him. We've talked. I've forgiven him. I thank him for. No, for real. I don't hate him. Like, for real. No, because had it not been for you treating me that way, I wouldn't have been able to find that place where I love myself. Yeah. So, God bless you. I wish you well.
To you, whoever you are. If you're
watching, we ain't giving them no shout outs.
Maybe
not at this table. We ain't giving them no shout outs. Sorry.
Maybe you're watching.
I already said I forgave you. That's enough. Okay. That's enough.
I won't push it too far.
Important.
I won't push it too far.
Yeah, what you were talking about, the energy, because I was talking to my dad about that yesterday. Today's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad.
Happy birthday.
He's
Mr.
probably
Gates.
not watching, but I mean, whatever. Because it's his birthday, so. But I was telling him, because you know how parents are. They like to share, your business. So I had a conversation with my uncle. My uncle's probably not watching either, and we got into it because I protect my energy, and he was basically saying I am very confident in the way that I come off, and people probably won't try to help me because I'm so confident in myself. And I'm like, dude, I'm not about to weaken myself so that someone can come in and help me. If they can't help me as I am, okay, bye, get on. No. And it was really to me, it was a hurtful place for him to say that to me. And I think that I am humble at times, but I know I don't always come off as that, but I don't just overboast myself. So hearing him say that, and I went back I didn't tell my dad, but he had brought up some things, and I'm like, how did he know that? So I went to my parents. I'm like, yeah, I've just been sitting up here just talking about me, and they were just like, well, yeah, you're our daughter, so sometimes we bring you up, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't tell people things because I like to protect my energy, and I want to be in control of who is able to pour into my life. And I go, when I told you, I lost my job, a lot of people didn't know that. Now I have, 2 jobs now. But you know, people see my car and they'll be like, "Ooh, you know, she lost her job. Now she's about to lose that car." No, sweetheart, I still have my car, but you didn't even know that I lost my job. So I like to keep it like that so people don't know what it is that I'm going through, and they protect my energy, and I don't want anybody to prey on my downfall. So I'm going to be very watchful of what I give to people, and I was explaining that to my dad. Like, I'm very just protectful of my energy, and it's been like that for the past maybe like 3 or 4 years since I moved out of my parents' house, and I lost that shield of protection because I didn't talk to my parents for like a year or two, like at all. So losing that protection, I had to gain it on my own. So I choose to decipher that through like the energy. So it's really important that you are very just watchful of the energy, and you have a right to be have a right to decipher and filter out the people that are around you and who knows your business and who doesn't. I think that is very in alignment with what I was trying to tell my dad yesterday, of just like watching your energy and knowing like you don't have to, you know, everybody don't have to be in your business, because that I mean people in the church will pray for you to be.
More people need to know that. You don't have to share, especially on social media, because I'm so tired of seeing everybody. Some people I just unfollow because I'm like, I don't want to know all your business.
They share too much.
Yeah, like every other guy you're dating, it's like I saw a post that was saying, you can't just break up with somebody. We need to know we've been following you for this long. We need to know the real end of the story. And I was just like, I don't care that much.
Oh,
to
you
know.
saying like your followers need to know?
Yeah, like
post.
Like you know those little memes.
I feel like that sometimes. Like if your relationship has been out there, like I want to know. I want to know what happened. Like
your pictures are going
right. Like y'all didn't like shade room. Where you at? Can you let us know?
At the same time, there's those people that every other week they got a new person. So you're like, we already know how you do.
I have a question about all these people that are dating. And, like they date like 5 people in a year. Like, where are you finding these people?
That's what I want to know.
How do they like fall in love with you?
They need to
because I'm sitting over here like I feel like I'm doing good, making good money, and I can't. I mean, I don't, but it's I guess they aren't focused.
They come to you. That's how I feel.
It's the wrong ones coming to me. I'm letting y'all know right now. If you feel like you should come to me, please don't, because the wrong ones.
It keeps the weak ones away. Okay, I'm okay with you not coming up to me. It keeps the weak people away.
I have a story to tell y'all, and it's very ironic that because today it's really I don't know if we have time, but I have a real story.
We got a little time. We got a little time.
We got 3 minutes.
Okay, we got 3 minutes. Can I share my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is really vulnerable. I have a coworker. I don't work there anymore, but he came on to me. He was older. I think he was like 31 or something.
Oh, I know this story.
Yeah, so it's some juice because today some juice is added to it.
Some fresh tea.
So he came on to me, completely came on to me. We were sitting at some place and all of the coworkers came. Then he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna ride with her," and I'm like, "Okay, like I don't really know you, but all right, cool." After that, we started eating lunch together and really having like some good conversations or whatever. So then I'm like, "All right, cool." We went out a few times, like no sex or nothing, but we went out. So then I find out, okay, dude got a girlfriend. So I'm like, you tripping. Like, you came on to me, but you got a whole girlfriend. Then I find out, he told me, I was like, what you doing tonight? He was like, I'm about to go to this Mexican independence thing. I'm like, why? He was like, oh, for my girl. And I'm like, okay, first of all, you got a girlfriend and she's Mexican. Then he goes, her daddy is white. I said, okay, cool. Like, well, not cool, but I got an issue with that. Because we've been talking about pro-black stuff this whole time, and I could have swore he said, I want to marry a white woman. So I'm like, a black woman. So I'm like, okay, that's a little weird, but okay. So then he tells me his girlfriend is pregnant.
Whoa.
So I go,
oh my God.
Wait.
Oh my God, I didn't see that coming.
So I go,
okay.
When did you find out? This nigga told me.
Oh God, which I'm the N-word. This is how you know it's real.
He knew before he started working there. When I tell you, I hung up that phone, I was about to throw that phone out the window. I said, you knew, but you came on to me. And then the juice today, I feel good because we beat the team. Her dad is the head coach of the team that we played today, and she was on the bench. And we handed her that L. So I'm like, I mean, I ain't got nothing against the girl, but he was there too with his daughter. So he on his second child, and he want to be like, oh, I don't want to be this typical black boy, this typical black man, but he got 2 baby mamas and isn't married to either of them, but he wants to be like this, you know, uppity black man that got it together or whatever. So I saw him today, didn't speak to him, didn't do nothing.
As you should.
He was cheering for the other team, and we handed him a dub. So.
Hey, can I tell you something though? Really quick, that reminds me, I just got accepted to be up in this this Facebook group. It's called Sis, Is That Your Man? So it's like,
wait, is that the one with to find out if your man is cheating?
Yeah, to find out if your man is cheating. Okay, somebody needs to put this man in that group.
Yes, I'm not okay with it, and I don't think I'm not a homewrecker or nothing like that. I didn't know nothing about nothing, but once I did find out, everything got cut off. But I did happen to see him. Yeah,
the real version.
I did happen to see him today, so it's all in alignment. But it was, that's why I'm like,
find out who else is
don't come to me
this group.
Sisters,
this
he
your
do,
man.
and I hope he listens too, because he listens to my show. So I'm just like, I can't. No, like it don't come like, no, I can't do that. But I'm glad I can get that out.
He already had a kid. He didn't let you know, and then he has another.
I knew about the first kid. I knew about the first kid, but now he has a kid on the way.
Girl,
and I saw the girl today, and I saw him and his baby. So I saw everybody. I saw the whole family today.
So yeah, we're gonna have to continue this conversation.
It's a small world. It's because I played against her dad. I mean the dad too. So like I've been seeing the dad for a long time, and I never knew like I'm gonna come across your daughter's baby daddy. But I cut that off. I don't want to bring no home wrecking or nothing like that. But yeah, that was something that I was dealing with today. Came after your girl, like came for me, yes, real life. But I'm
have
glad.
This conversation off the air though, because we would run out of time.
So
we're gonna have
another break.
QTT after party at the Hub Radio. We're gonna continue this conversation, okay? But thank y'all so much for viewing. Thank you so much. Yeah, girl. Yeah,
we're going into another break.
Girl, it's 9:30.
I just want to say that was like closure for me. It's bringing it all back together.
That's what it is. It's an outlet for everybody. Thank y'all so much for watching. We are here every Tuesday from 7:30 to 9:30. You guys don't know. Come out to Fridays in Compton.
December 2nd. This Friday.
This Saturday. Saturday Night Live at Friday. This Saturday.
I got to Friday.
No. It's Saturday Night Live at Friday. The restaurant is Friday. So don't forget this Saturday Night Live on Saturday, but it's at Friday.
The only thing matching with my intensity. Every time I start spitting, it brings the best in me. I can finally stand my mama the rest in peace. The son got it, our king gave me the release. Love, hope, and the faith, the holy recipe. Boy, you know I've been good, always kept these attentions. People shout the opinions, I do not give them attention. I ignore all the mentions and get right to the business. Like an heir to the company, boy, the devil ain't punking me, but he probably mad though. He plotting against me, and I'm actually glad though. Cause all that means is I'm a serious threat. They say that life is a gamble, but I'm taking no risk. This kid is the best. Boy, you know I've been good. So why do I gotta die?
Did you? Okay. I was like, we're bringing a gun.
And I never need the ball out. I've been good. I've been good. Time's been rough, but I'm still good. I'm still good. I'm still good. So I gotta hold it down, cause I've been good. Boy, you know I've been good. So I do not need to worry. Boy, you know I've been good. No, I'm not sorry. Everybody complaining, crying for compensation. I'm just happy I'm breathing. This is my celebration. Loyalty to this movement, living in dedication. If I miss your call, sorry, I'm meditating. Every move that is made, got it premeditated. Got this wedding that's coming, about to graduate soon. God is taking me high, I'm talking hot air balloon. Trying to light up the world, brighter than a full moon. Rappers catching these waves, boy, I'm deeper than Noogie. And now you playing my tape. Let my words start moving and let them show you a new day. Put peace in your mind. Now I know I've been good, but there is greater to find. Boy, you know I've been good, so why do I gotta doubt? Boy, you know I've been good, there ain't no need to ball out. I've been good, I've been good. Times are rough, but I'm still good. I'm still good, I'm still good. So I gotta hold it down, cause I've been good.